People traveling between Mozambique and South Africa through the Lebombo Border Post are experiencing delays again after incidents of violence were reported on the Mozambican side of the border. Gunshots coming from the Mozambican side were heard earlier, and some injured people were seen being taken to South Africa for treatment after they were allegedly shot by security forces. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela is following that story for us. Let us go there live now. Good evening to you, Mweli. It seemed that there was a little bit of reprieve, a little bit of relief, but we're back to square one again.
Yes, Masa, that incident that happened at around 4 p.m. when we arrived here, where there was a shooting on the Mozambican side of the border, has affected the movement of traffic here. But at least there is some movement compared to when we came after 4 p.m. And you'll know that since yesterday and early this morning, there was actually more movement here at the Lebombo Border Post, both on the side of the trucks as well as the light motor vehicles. But then things changed after 4 p.m. As you can see just behind me, there's quite a number of trucks that are coming through, even though they are moving a bit slow. So what happened is that the people who actually talked to us after 4 p.m. when that incident happened told us that security forces shot at people who were attending a funeral of someone who is said to be a journalist who was shot allegedly by the security forces in Mozambique. And then after that incident, we told there was a clash between the protesters as well as the police. But on this side, you can see when you look at the light motor vehicles that at the present moment, there's quite a traffic jam, mainly because of what happened. But we know that at the present moment, there is movement. The officials, both on the South African side and the Mozambican side, have started clearing both the trucks as well as the light motor vehicles. But in terms of what can be expected going forward, the people who are supporting the Podemos presidential candidate, that is Venancio Mondlane, who is considered to be the person leading this particular protest, they're saying that they are not going to back down because they believe that the current government in Mozambique is not taking care of their needs. They are alleging that there is a lot of corruption which has pushed people to hunger. You'll remember even during the voting process where some of the Mozambicans were voting in South Africa, it was more than 60,000 that were registered to vote in South Africa. When we spoke to them, they said that they want change because there are no jobs in Mozambique, and when you talk even about those who are working, there is very little that they are paying them. So they actually want this Venancio Mondlane, who is the Podemos party candidate, to take over because they believe that he has won. But this protests that are continuing to go on, they've got a huge negative impact, not only in Mozambique, but also in South Africa. But in Mozambique, we are told at the present moment that there's a lot of destruction of government infrastructure, Masa, as well as private infrastructure, which many believe that it will take the country back. But those who are actually supporting the move for change are saying that it is worth it. They are not going to back down. They are prepared to die. That's what some of those protesters told us on the South African side. Actually, those are the people who were carrying a Mozambican that was allegedly shot by the security forces after 4 p.m. when we arrived here. They even showed us some of the graphic videos and pictures of people who were shot at that particular time, and they told us that they can confirm from their side that 2 people were shot dead. So officially from the side of Mozambique, it's been very difficult to get the numbers in terms of some of the people who have been killed there. But the last time we checked, the official figures was over 100 people who have died since this protest started after those results of the elections in Mozambique were announced. But we will wait and see if things indeed improve. As you can see, there's a long queue, Masa, at the present moment. And normally during this time, you'll have such queues as many people are living for Mozambique, because most of the Mozambican people, some of them work at the mines, and others also working in different institutions in South Africa. So now they are saying that whatever the situation at home, they've worked, they want to go back home and enjoy the festive season. So we are hoping that at least tomorrow we will be able to get an update as to what is happening, but the situation doesn't look normal at all after what happened at around 4 p.m. today, Masa.
And Mweli, while the situation doesn't look normal at all yet, just to be clear as well, so the operations were suspended after that shooting incident occurred around 4 p.m. this afternoon, but you're saying that operations are now have resumed. It is a bit slow, but there is movement. So it's no longer suspended.
Yes, Masa, because this is something that has been happening over and over again. That is why when we spoke to General David Chilembe, who is actually the Deputy Commissioner responsible for operations at the BMA, he said that he is not happy with the language whereby people say that the border is closed or temporarily closed. They are saying that they actually just suspend those operations after being advised by their counterparts in Mozambique. But the truth of the matter, whether we are not agreeing in terms of that terminology, the truth of the matter is that there's been disruptions in terms of operations at the border post every now and then, and it has been confirmed by themselves as the Border Management Authority and by people who've been traveling between the two countries whom we've spoken to. And this is something that many people are saying that it might worsen as we get closer to the Christmas or the Christmas Eve, as well as Christmas Day and the New Year. And remember, many people actually love Mozambique because there's quite a number of tourist destinations there. Many South Africans travel to the neighboring country. As you will know, that there's no a beach here in Mpumalanga. So even some of people of this province prefer to travel to Mozambique to explore some of those destinations. But many are skeptical at the present moment because they have been advised every now and then, Masa, to say that they must consider cancelling those trips to Mozambique. Some have taken heed of that advice, but some, as we arrived here, they're saying no. We're told that the border is now operational, so there's no reason that we will stop going to Mozambique. So they are continuing with their destinations. But of course, highlighting, Masa, that they do have those fears. They are not sure as to what is going to happen that side of the border because they've heard that there are those violent protests happening, as we have seen now, people being injured. So they might be caught in that crossfire. So that's what is happening at the present moment. And some people are even saying that something worse is coming, especially on Monday, because there's the leader of the presidential candidate of Podemos has actually indicated that people must lay low now a bit, but come Monday, they will then take the protest to another stage, which people are still waiting to see as to what is it that will exactly happen at that point in time, Mas.
Mweli Masilela, thank you so much for that update coming to us live from the Lebombo Border Post.